The cracks on the slopes of Mount Elgon are increasing every day as efforts to retrieve the missing bodies buried by a landslide that struck Bonakasala village on Monday last week continue. The Meteorology Department warns that more rains are going to pound this area within the month of July and August. That means a lot of water is likely to diffuse into the soils on the slopes of Mount Elgon. Therefore, the people staying in those areas stand a risk of being washed away, and time is running out.
I want to state today to all my colleagues in the government to take the Elgon threat very seriously.
According to the geologists, the crack on the slopes of Mount Elgon has stretched 80 kilometers and has affected the districts of Sironko, Bulambuli, Manafwa, and Bulucheke sub-county among others. But the lives of these people at risk remain in the hands of a committee from the Prime Minister's office chaired by General Moses Ali, which is supposed to come up with the recommendations on what needs to be done.
If it can give us that advice next week, I will be happy to implement it. Because if we don't do that, then we can have a bigger calamity in our hands, and that can be very difficult to explain.
The major concern has been where to relocate the locals, who previously expressed doubt about the government's suggestion to take them to Kidiandongo. The president had earlier proposed that government should develop some of the urban areas in Bududa, which are less prone to the landslides, in order for the people to continue farming on the fertile slopes of Mount Elgon. Critics, however, say that seconds well utilized during a looming disaster can save 9. Today, 2 more bodies were recovered from the mudslide, bringing the total number of the recovered bodies to 4 since the excavation process started last week. However, the team hacking the hard heaps of soil to retrieve the decomposing bodies are finding it hard to stand the putrid smell.
The
protective gear must be there by now.
Critics insist that if the equipment had arrived in time in the affected Bonakasala village, so far the discovered bodies would have not decomposed. According to Echeru, the delay was as a result of the hiring and transporting of the equipment, which were found lacking at Ministry of Works centers in the entire eastern region from Lira to Jinja, including Kampala.
I just want to let the country know that this has confirmed that some of these organizations are naked, and their nakedness shows that they are sick.
The Ministry of Disaster and Preparedness only plays a coordination role, and if the necessary incentives are not got from the concerned ministries on time, the country remains ill-prepared in dealing with disasters. For now, the shift of events should be from waiting to discover the missing bodies to rather save thousands of lives at risk. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.